Let's see. So the reason I thought we should talk about what feedback would be useful is that we're scheduled to have a community conversation in about a week. And if we share something in advance, then we can truly shut up and listen during the session. So, this is a question like, what would be useful to you?
And also, hopefully, we would be able to shut up and listen regardless.
Well,
right?
yeah.
But
right,
we're trying to
yeah.
facilitate that.
Exactly. But, yeah. So thinking about it in advance, it kind of prepares us. Like I was thinking as I was brushing my teeth, like, what's the ground path and fruition of feedback? Well, the ground is just kind of open space, like many people have many different perspectives.
Yeah.
The path is having the occasion where we actually do shut up. We'll see whether I'm able to shut up. I often have difficulties with that. And the fruition would be that we have insights and we are better leaders. So what do you think?
For me, I really want to know well, of course, there's a question of what do you need, but then there's also, I'm really interested in knowing what questions remain unanswered for you. Like, what kinds of conversations do we need to be having as a community?
Yeah.
What should we be putting our energy into? What should we be tending right now as directors? Like right now, as we know, there's too much to do and not enough time. We don't have the resources to do everything that we need. So what's most important? What's most important to you as for this community? What's our directive as directors? What's our mandate?
Yeah.
And we really see that as coming from you. Or really the community at large. And that's another thing, I think, like what your personal wisdom is vitally important. But also know that we're trying to look at the kind of collective and what the community as a whole needs, what it needs to be whole and to grow and thrive.
So I think in that line, one of the interesting things would be for people in the community to hear what each other has to say about that, to kind of legitimize the margins, all those kind of voices on the edge that might have something important to say, that it's not just for us to hear about leadership on some level, it's for everybody to kind of have, to have more thinking, to think more about what is leadership and what's needed.
That is such a good point.
Yeah. So, I think another, just sorry to riff off of everything you just said, but another thing that I heard from what you just said that I think deserves to be made explicit is that there are questions about direction, and then there are questions about method or strategies, and we kind of, or tactics, or operations. We kind of need to be hearing about both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be clear about which is which. Like, are we on agreement on the direction and just disagreeing about the methods, or is it the other way around?
Right. So another thing that I've thought of is that, it's helpful to get suggestions and feedback about things that we can actually do something about. And that's always a little debatable. Like, sometimes you can do something about something and you don't think you can, but to get like well, we want you to get us a posh new center that's twice as big, um, is not going to be possible. I don't think. So
I haven't heard anyone say that.
no, no, but I'm kind of thinking of that as, asking for what we cannot deliver. And, I think that's an interesting aspect of this, is asking for, um, or suggesting or giving us feedback about stuff that is feasible, that we can, given our personal time limitations and skill limitations and whatever. So, I mean, another thing that I'm kind of aware of, since yesterday I was working on gathering all the notes from our community conversations, is that we have feedback happening constantly now. Okay, so there's a kind of real active reflection and feedback loop going on, that it doesn't just happen on that second Sunday of June, but it's a cumulative learning about um, each other and about what's needed.
I agree with that, though. On the other hand, I definitely feel like I get more feedback from some people and not others.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I get balanced feedback in terms of like getting a balanced sense of what the whole community, what everyone in the community is
Mm-hmm.
wanting. Some
Mm-hmm.
people are much more vocal, and some people I don't hear from at all, and they're equally as much members of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping to serve everyone equally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, even though we've just got going, I think we should stop now. So, thank you. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being such a good thinking partner, Janie. See you next time.